Hi, we're still here in Mapua Malayan Digital College, here in Balintawak in Ayala Mall's Cloverleaf. And today, you know what, let's talk about IT, no? You know, being in the startup world and being a graduate of an IT degree myself, no? It's really, I really saw the importance of technology, no? And of course, we all know naman na the future is tech talaga. And to learn more about it, no, or if you're interested to learn more about it, you have come to the right video, no? Kasi with us today is Miss Mayan Serafica, Associate Director of, let me check if I can get this right, Instructional Systems Design Team.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome po.
Hello.
Okay. Please introduce yourself, how you ended up in Mapua Malayan Digital College, or what you did before joining this team.
All right. Hey everyone. I'm Marianne Serafica. I'm the Associate Director of Mapua Malayan Digital College's Instructional Systems Design Team. So I've been working here for a little over 2 years now.
Yep.
Before joining MMDC, I was working in the BPO sector, also in Instructional System Design and Knowledge Management. And we created curriculums for our clients to train the new hires who are coming in the company. And one thing that we noticed there was that there is considerable gap between the applicants that we're getting and what they are expected to do. And we're doing a lot of remediation trainings that they're supposed to know already. And that's when I realized that there is a gap in our education space. So when I was invited to join MMDC as part of the Instructional Systems Design team, I took that opportunity because I know that I can help fill that gap.
Got it. So, you know, a lot of people are, kahit including me, no, I'm not very familiar with instructional systems design. So, are you saying, Miss Mayan, na, you know, you're trying to level the knowledge base of the students before it gets taught to them? Parang ganun po ba yung dynamic nun?
We're preparing them for employment because as part of the Instructional Systems Design team, we define the needs or the gap.
Okay.
And from there, we know what we need to do in order to get people to the level where they're supposed to be. And that's where we come in. So it's not really just making sure they know stuff, but we want to make sure that they know how to think the way they're supposed to think. They have the right attitude, the habits, the right skills, they know the right processes, the tools that they're supposed to do, so that by the time they graduate from MMDC, they're actually ready to do a certain role. You know, they just need to be interviewed, and then, you know, after explaining what they're supposed to do, then they're good to go because they already know what they're supposed to do.
Got it. That's very, very interesting kasi, yun nga, like I said before, I never met anyone in that space, no, in the instructional systems design space. So that's very, very interesting. But let me jump into the IT program that you guys offer, no. So before, you know, the episode started, I mentioned about the importance of IT, pero that's my own perspective lang po, no?
Right.
So, you know, as the associate director of the ISD team, siguro what's the importance of, you know, having an IT degree or knowing about IT here specifically in the Philippines, and, you know, having a career as well in the industry?
All right. Well, IT is everywhere. Like, I think we live and breathe IT, right? No matter where you go, information technology is everywhere. And we're now towards the path of digitalization. I think we saw this during the pandemic when everything shut down and we're all placed in that digital space. So MMDC is there to support that. Actually, the World Economic Forum estimates that by the year 2025, there are 4 key skills that people should have. And these are the skills that different companies will need. So you have critical thinking, problem solving, self-management, working with people, and using and developing technology. So IT is really in demand, and it's something that will boom in the future.
Got it. Oh, may source pa, galing sa World Economic Forum. Take note, guys, sa mga audience natin. Cite your sources. Okay. You know, jumping into the enrollees, no. I know 2 years, you're 2 years in with the MMDC team. But how has that changed in terms of the number of enrollees, specifically in the IT program?
Right now, we have around 500 students enrolled in our IT program.
500. That's Ang dami nun. Pero and you know, to think na it's nationwide, no, and they're widespread all over the Philippines. Pero is that so paano yung classes nun, Miss Mayan? May shifts ba, may sections ba kayo? How do you divide those 500? That's a lot. And ano pa, to think na, you know, you guys are fully online. How do you guys manage that?
Right. So MMDC offers flexibility. So we have three schedules. We have morning, afternoon, and evening.
Right.
And during enrollment, the students decide which schedule they want to go in. And then our program managers help manage the number of students. So if we need to open more sections for a specific shift, for instance, then we do that.
That's amazing. Kasi how do you do that in terms of like mentoring naman? Because 500 is a lot, no? And of course, in the previous episode, JD and Josh talked about, you know, being to talk sa mga students and making sure na, you know, they learn all of these stuff. No? So how does the IT program do that for their students?
All right. So all of our classes have a predefined ratio when it comes to students and mentors to make sure that the students' learning is not sacrificed because of number.
Right.
So aside from the synchronous session where they meet with their peers or their group mates and their mentor, they also get mentoring schedules within a specific week that they can take advantage of if they have questions or if they need to talk more about a certain topic.
Grabe, kasi parang yung mentors pa yung nag-a-adjust for the students. So, grabe. That's flexible. Pwede silang magpa-set ng consultations throughout the day?
Throughout the week, actually.
Throughout the week?
Yes,
Okay, got it. And that's how many days in a week? Or kahit gaano karami nila ang gusto? Ganun ba yan?
Well, by default,
Yeah.
they get the synchronous session, you know, the plenary with everyone every
Right.
Monday or Tuesday, depending on the schedule. And then you get Tuesday to Friday, 2 days out of those 4
Right.
for the mentoring sessions. But our mentors are quite flexible then. So if the student really needs a mentoring session outside of the prescribed schedule, they usually accommodate those.
Amazing. I want to shift the discussion into the mismong programs that you offer. Or there are 3 majors, no, that you mentioned earlier. San nanggaling yun, and how did you come up with those stuff na yun yung i-offer yung majors in the IT program?
All right. We built MMDC to solve a need.
Right.
And that need is, you know, what companies need. Currently, there is a mismatch between what is available in the market in terms of applicants and what companies are looking for.
Yeah.
So we identified the 3 biggest needs in terms of information technology, and that's why we came up with software development, networking, cybersecurity, and data analytics.
Siguro, can you share with us what are the specific things or certain things na a student can learn in each of those programs? Ano ba yung mga focus, no?
All right. For software development, for instance, we're looking for a more holistic approach to it.
Right.
So aside from actual programming, we're also going to teach them DevOps, cloud computing, and in terms of actual development, we're branching into mobile development, web development. So we want to give them that holistic experience because software development in itself is a huge field. So we want them to experience how it is to work or do something in any of those so that by the time they graduate, they also have that option or flexibility.
I have friends in the, you know, who are graduates of computer engineering, you know, software development. And there's a lot of programming languages kasi, no, na kailangan nila matutunan, di ba? And it can be complicated in terms of like, you know, when they graduate and then kukuha na sila ng trabaho, maghahanap na sila ng job. Medyo nagkakaroon ng conflict with the employers kasi minsan itong programming language ito, hindi pala yun yung hinahanap nila. So, siguro I want to learn more about the learning styles and siguro yung mga performance tasks or yung mga projects na pinapagawa nyo. Is it catered to the most or like the most in-demand programming languages or projects in the industry?
Right. We do that as well. We look for the most popular programming language, but we don't focus on that. For example, even if we use Java, we're not like Java for beginners or advanced Java.
Right.
What we teach instead is both the hard and the soft skills required by the industry. For example, under software development, it's not just really coding. You have to be able to solve the problem that's in front of you because that's what's important. So we don't teach them how to use Java, but we teach them how do you think critically so that you can
Right.
identify what's needed, you can solve the problem, and apply Java in that context. That makes it flexible, that helps make things flexible as well. Because if you know the logic, you don't need to worry about the syntax, even if you need to
Right.
learn a new language, right?
Also, I'm very curious lang about this, kasi with the projects that they make, pwede ba nilang isama na yun sa portfolio nila when they apply for jobs?
Yes. Actually, as early as their first year, second term, I don't know how to call that, we're already encouraging them to use GitHub.
Yeah.
So as they go through more courses, we're asking them to build their GitHub portfolio so that by the time they graduate and they start applying, they have a portfolio to show their potential employers that, hey, I made this system or I built this is what it looks like.
Para sa akin kasi, the IT is very, very broad, no? And kind of complicated for some, no? So, how many hours per week yung natututo yung mga students when they're in class?
We follow the typical 7 hours of synchronous sessions. That's for a full load of 15 units or 5 courses. But then the rest of the week, those are for asynchronous or mentoring sessions. So it really depends on the students how much time they want to invest in a specific course. We also try to make some of our courses not really codependent, but more of have a relationship with other courses. So that's something that they did in one course is also usable in another course. So they're not starting from scratch all of
Right.
it.
Galing. All right, and I want to jump into the next major naman that you guys have. Na pag-usapan na natin about software development. We have 2 others which are data analytics and cybersecurity, no? Can you talk more about those as well? Ano yung mga matututunan ng mga students, no?
Okay. So for networking and cybersecurity, it's a combination of those two.
Yeah.
So for networking, they go through everything related to networks, building small networks, expanding those networks. We also want them to have an opportunity to take the Cisco certification exam if they need. So even though we don't have traditional exams, we have those small tests in the networking courses because if we're talking about certification, we also need to teach the students how to take a test because that's a separate skill on its own. And then for cybersecurity, we're talking about digital forensics, ethical hacking, security script programming, so everything that they need to do in that space. As for data analytics, we're delving into data mining, machine learning, predictive analytics, and we're also putting in business-specific uses like financial analytics or marketing analytics.
Big words were mentioned here in this video, no? Comment down below kung ano yung masasabi nyo about the course, the program, and everything, no? So, we've covered everything. If you guys are interested, how can they apply?
They just have to go to our website, www.mmdc.mcl.edu.ph.
I think that's it. We've covered everything up. Thank you very much, Ms. Mayan.
Thank
At pinaunlakan mo kami today. All right. Thank you po, thank you. Ganda.